Good morning, children. I am Anmol Messi, PGT Physics, Mount Litra Z School, Jhansi. Children, in our previous videos and previous classes, we have discussed about various topics like current density, current mobility, resistance, resistivity, etc. Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss about combination of resistance. Now over here, there are two types of combinations for resistances. One is series combination and the other one is parallel combination. So first of all, let us discuss about series combination. Okay, in series, as you can see in the diagram, I have drawn a proper circuit for of series combination. Over here, all the resistance are back to back, अगल बगल सारे रेजिस्टेंस लगे हुए हैं, और एंड दिस टाइप ऑफ कॉम्बिनेशन इज नोन एज सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन. And if in case you notice the battery, from battery if we take out current, the same current would go in all the resistances, because there is no other path where current could get distributed. So in series combination, first point is that the current always remains constant. Secondly, if current remains constant, then voltage would get distributed. So if in case the battery is giving us V volt of voltage, then this V would be divided into all the resistances, and if in case there are three resistances, then V1, V2 and V3 respectively, the voltage would get distributed. However, if V1, V2, V3 is added, then we'll get V. Like for example, if in case a battery is of 10 volt, so in all three resistances, some part of voltage would be distributed, like for example 2 plus 3 and 5. But you, if in case you add all the three voltages, that is 2 and 3 and 5, then you will get 10, which is the total voltage of the battery. Okay, now let us discuss about the equivalent resistance. So obviously when we are going to calculate the equivalent resistance, we should have a formula for that. So now what we can do is we are driving the expression for that. So let us do one thing. The equation which was of voltage, that is the distributed voltage, we'll write down first that equation, that is V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now we'll divide this equation by the variable which is by the physical quantity which is constant, that is current. So I have divided V by I, then equal to V1 by I plus V2 by I and V3 by I. Now as we know that from Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, so V by I would become R. Hence V upon I is R equivalent. Then V1 upon I would become R1, V2 by I would become R2, and V3 by I would become R3. So the final formula for equivalent resistance is R is equal to, or R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, now let us take one more case. If in case R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to R, that is all the resistances are of same value, then the equivalent resistance would become, from the expression, it would become 3R. Like for example, if in case we have taken 4 resistors, then it would become 4R, and similarly 5R for 5 resistances, and similarly for n resistors it would become NR. Since this n is multiplied in the resistance, that is, this n is in multiplication form, therefore we are very sure about it that in series combination the resistance would increase. So obviously always in series combination the resistance of the combination increases. Okay, now let us discuss about parallel combination. In parallel combination, you can see in the diagram, it is the resistors are arranged in such a way that all the resistors are in separate branches. Okay, now from the diagram itself it is very clear that if we'll draw if we'll draw the current from the battery, then this current would get distributed at the junction, and all the different branches would get different amount of current. Okay, so in parallel combination the voltage always remains constant. The first point is very clear that the voltage would always remain constant, but the current would always get distributed. So first point is V remains constant, while the second point is the voltage would the current would get distributed. Okay, Like for example, if the total current is I, then the first resistor would get I1, the second resistor would get I2, and the third resistor would get I3. However, if I1, I2 and I3 are added, then the total would be equal to I. Okay, like we can take an example. अगर मैंने बैटरी से 10 एम्पियर का करंट निकाला है, so from 10 एम्पियर, if 2 एम्पियर is I1, 3 एम्पियर is I2, and 5 ampere is I3, then I1 plus I2 plus I3 would be equal to 10 ampere, which is the amount of current that we have drawn from the battery. Okay, now let us drive an expression to calculate the equivalent resistance in parallel combination. So the same process we will follow which we have done in series combination. First of all, we will write the equation which is distributed, that is I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, and we'll divide the equation by the physical quantity which is constant. So we are dividing the entire equation by V. So we are getting a formula: I upon V is equal to I1 upon V plus I2 upon V plus I3 upon V. Okay, now from Ohm's law it is very clear that V is equal to IR. Then I upon V would be equal to 1 by R. Okay, so instead of I upon V, we can write 1 upon R equivalent, or 1 upon R is equal to I1 upon V would be written as 1 upon R1, then similarly 1 upon R2, and then 1 upon R3. So this is the expression to calculate the equivalent resistance for parallel combination. However, if we can take one more case. If in case all the resistances are of same value, that all the resistances are identical, then let us say that R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to R. Then if we put the values in the formula of equivalent resistance, then we'll get for 3 resistors we will get R by 3. This is our equivalent resistance, R by 3. And similarly for 4 resistances, the formula would become R by 4, and similarly for 5 resistances it would become R by 5. So if in case we have got n number of resistors, then the equivalent resistance would be R by n. And since we are dividing by n, therefore the equivalent resistance would decrease. Hence in parallel combination the equivalent resistance always decreases. Now let us complete one more additional topic, which is about cells. What is cells? What are cells? Cell is actually a device that provides the necessary potential difference to an electric circuit to maintain a continuous flow of current in it. Okay, or in short, or in other words, you can say that cell is a device which converts chemical energy into electrical energy. Okay, we are already aware what is the symbol of cell. We have drawn many times in various circuits, and we know that a cell has got two terminals, positive and negative. Now what does the cell provide us? So the cell provides EMF, which is known as electromotive force. Okay, so EMF of a cell may be defined as the potential difference between the terminals of the cell when no current is drawn from the cell. आप ऐसा समझ लीजिए कि for example, if in case you have brought a cell from the market, the maximum value of the potential difference of the cell, the maximum value of the voltage of the cell would be known as EMF of the cell. Like for example, if in case you have bought a 9 volt of battery from the market, then this 9 volt would be known as EMF. However, just now the current is not drawn from the cell. So until unless the current is drawn from the cell, the voltage of the cell is known as EMF of the cell. Okay, however, when current is drawn from the cell, then it becomes a new physical quantity which is known as terminal potential difference. So what is the definition of terminal potential difference? Terminal potential difference is a cell of a cell is defined as the potential difference between its terminals in a closed circuit when no current is drawn from the cell. Okay, now you can understand the difference between an EMF and terminal potential difference. Okay, EMF is the potential difference when no current is drawn from the cell, whereas in terminal potential difference it is the potential difference when current is drawn from the cell. Okay, so it would be good if we differentiate between the two properly in a tabular form. So I have prepared a table for that, and you can see in this table very clearly that the difference, I have divided the page into two parts. On the left hand side I have taken EMF, and on the right hand side I have taken potential difference. So the first point is, you can say it is the definition, that the difference of potentials between the two terminals of the cell when no current is drawn from the cell. While in potential difference I have written the difference of potentials between the two terminals of the cell when current is drawn from the cell. Okay, now the second point, the EMF of a cell is independent of resistance of external circuit. Obviously, because we have not drawn any current from it right now. EMF is the condition when no current is drawn from the cell. So hardly it matters that what is the amount of resistance of the external circuit. But in case of potential difference, we have drawn the current. So obviously the value of potential difference would depend on the resistance of the circuit, because the external circuit has got certain resistance, and because of that value, it would matter how much current we are drawing from the cell. Okay, now the third point, the EMF of a cell is always greater than the potential difference, because it is the maximum value. The potential difference, the voltage, which is known as EMF of the cell, it is actually the maximum value of voltage, because right now we are not drawing any current. So hence it would always be greater than the potential difference. Fourth point is, the word EMF is reserved for the potential difference of the electric source, or in other words we can say that it is the property of the source. Okay, EMF is the property of the source, while in case of potential difference we can say that it is the property of the terminals. Okay, now again the fifth point is, it is a special term which is related to the source of the electric current, which I have already discussed in the previous point. Okay, and in case of potential difference, it is a general term which indicates the effect of electric current.